All right, so here we go. We have Bitcoin here on the 1 hour. As you see, we did exactly what we talked about yesterday. Fell to that 50, grabbed some liquidity right here, took out some people's stops, continued up, did it again, and then we continued up once again. Now the question is do we fall back down one more time to take out these stops? Or do we get held up by the 21 and continue our way up to the top, back up to the top of the range at 7,150. Let's go over the chart layout real quick so you guys see what I'm seeing. Right now we have our moving averages, 21 being your yellow, 50 being your red, 100 being your blue, and 200 being your purple. Then we have the VPVR here to your right, measures horizontal volume in a certain price level. Basically how your volume is vertical here. This is volume to the side to side, horizontal. Then we have your momentum oscillators, one being your RSI, one being your MACD. Then we have a volatility measurement, which is the BBWP down here at the bottom. So, all your major moving averages do have positive slopes. The 21 looks like it's curling back to the upside. Same thing with the 50. Yeah, so as long as we're being held up by the 50, we'll be in good shape. We could even get a wick lower, could get one of those huge wicks that happen on Bybit, and we'd still be in good shape as long as we close above these last lows. Now, if we fall below the 50, I think we come down to the 100. Now, this is when the inflection point happens, because if we fall below this 200 at 16,600, I would expect us to go all the way back down to the bottom of this range. This is the level to watch. Next level to watch is the top of this range, 17,150. If we can break that, I would expect us to come somewhere up around 17,400. Then probably come back down for a retest. Then it's going to decide whether this was a bull trap or just the retest and resumption. So if we do come back down here and get the retest and then break the last high that's made up here, that would be a resumption, and I would expect us to come up to 17,500. Let me lower this down a little bit because I have an alert set. If we break 17,500, next stop is 18K. And probably even higher. I do think this is the last bear market rally. I do think we make lower lows. That's more of a macro picture. I am going to have a macro panel coming out soon, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to have a few traders on. We're going to talk about the bottom for Bitcoin, so definitely stay tuned for that video. By the way, if you guys are liking this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. A lot of good conversation about crypto, trading, investing, markets as a whole. We stay ahead of this market collectively. We talk about these moves before they happen. Also, we have an event this Sunday, every Sunday at 7 p.m. EST. We're going to talk about trading lessons and short-term TA this week. So definitely join the event. The details for it are in the Discord. And let's move on. So right now, your momentum oscillators, your RSI is above your signal line, is above the neutral median line. So we're in the neutral, the upper neutral median zone. And we're going to find out whether we can get up to the bottom of this bullish control zone. If we do get up to the 65 read and the bottom of the bullish control zone, and we can get into it, I expect us to go up to these last highs deep in the bear bullish control zone. If we get rejected, and we break this last high, which is going to be support, I would expect us to come down to the neutral median line and cross that signal line and probably come down to the top of the bearish control zone at the 45 read. We need to stay above 16.9 AD in order to stay above the signal line. MACD fresh cross to the upside of the signal line, trying to get that cross to the zero line. Are we finding support on the zero line right now and this last low? That's the question. Will we get a little rejection from it first and have a little fake out? That's still up for debate. Positive momentum is increasing a little bit on the histogram. We need to stay above 16,964, and in order to continue rising above, we have to get back below 16,869 in order to cross that signal line to the downside, and we need to get back below 16,991 in order to get rejected from the zero line, which, you know, it's an inflection point right now. We're going to find out what happens. All right, see, as you see, we are having a little candle to the downside. Like we were just talking about. We literally just talked about this move. So we're going to find out what happens next. Do we get a little lower and break this wick, break these wicks, or, you know, what happens next? So there's the alert. We're going to go ahead and take this off. I think I just got a trade hit. But we're going to find out after the video. So right now your BBWP, which is a volatility measurement, is crossing your moving average to the upside. So I expect the volatility to begin. So here comes the move. You know, it all depends on whether we go to the upside or the downside. You know, are we being held up by the 100? Do we close above the 50? You know, we could have a little bit of fake out here, close below the 50 and then pop back up. But we're going to find out. All right, so that's about it for Bitcoin. Let's move on to Ethereum. Ethereum in our red box. RSI getting rejected from that bullish control zone, coming down to that neutral median line. MACD curling over at the zero line. BBWP in the upper zone, above its moving average. So, bearish case for Ethereum is that we break 1245 and the 100. See, right now we're testing the 50 and the POC point of control on the VPVR. If we break the 100, I expect this to come down to the 200 and the bottom of this box at 1220. We break 1220. Next stop, 1080 and probably $1,000. All right. Bullish case is that we break the last high, come up to the top of this red box, get a small rejection at 1325. And then probably come up to the $1,400 mark. You have a lot of inefficiency right here, so we could go even higher, possibly 1425. All right, let's move on to Solana. Yeah, I'm trying to crack through it real quick because I want to see if my trade got hit. So here on Solana doesn't look too good. If we break this last low, basically where we're at 1340.43 on a closure, that is not going to look good. I mean, we're probably going to bounce at 1325. Ultimately, I think we come down to 1278. All right. RSI, trying to get in that bearish control zone. MACD, curling over to the downside. BBWP, as the BBWP is expanding, crossing its moving average, getting above that 10 percentile. So I do expect the volatility to happen. Bullish case is that we break 1368 on a 1 hour closure. I would expect us to go up to 1418. We break 1418, 1484 is in the cards. Break that last low, like I said, 1280. Break 1280, $10. All right, if you guys like this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below, one being the Discord. Remember, a lot of good conversation about crypto trading, investing in the Discord. Stay up to date on these markets. Don't forget the event this Sunday, and I wish everyone well. I'll see you tomorrow.